Hi and welcome back to our mini-series where we're going to show you some hints and tips around getting the best out of Microsoft Excel. Many businesses use it and this is your chance to learn new skills and wow the people around you with new Excel knowledge. Today we're going to cover pivot tables and some of the more basic functionality around pivot tables. So what is a pivot table? Within Microsoft Excel, a pivot table is a table of grouped values that summarizes individual items into more of an extensive view. This summary can include sums, averages, or other statistics that this table will group together based on a chosen function. It's a great technique for data processing, and let's show you how it works. So you can see we've got a table here of works orders, what region they're in, what technician's going to be working on them, how many hours, how many technicians, and also some additional things like costs. We can simply make a basic pivot table, and actually Excel will suggest some options for us. So if we choose the cell that we wish to make our pivot table in and click on Insert, we've got this option called Recommended Pivot Tables. So if we choose Recommended Pivot Tables, the first thing it's going to ask us is to choose a range. So I'm going to choose our table. I'm going to gather the table headings and use Control-Shift-Down. That will highlight my entire table because the chances are if we're pivot tabling, it's not 5 or 6 lines long. As you can see here, I've got 1,000. And we press OK. And because we chose recommended pivot tables, it's clever enough to know, based on our headings, what options that we have. So you can see here that they're looking at sum of hour cost by region, sum of parts cost by region, a count of works order by technician, a sum of technical quantities by technician. Let's have a look at the count of works orders and press OK. And you can see that it's immediately made us a new sheet with a pivot table, and it's given us our technicians on the left and our count of works orders on the right. If we go back to our existing tab, we can do that again. Let's go Insert, Recommended Pivot Tables, choose our range again all the way along the top, and then Control Shift and Down and press OK. And let's choose one that's got some values in it. So let's have a look at sum of parts cost by region. And you can see it's giving us some new sheets every single time. So if we go back to the other sheet that it created, you can see that it's counted the number of works orders by the technicians. If we were to add another line, this would refresh and we'd get more and more. If we have a look at the other sheet, you can see that it's summed up the parts cost based on the region that you've got. By selecting the table, you get the pivot table fields, and we can add more information in at this point. We're wandering into advanced skills here, but it might be that we care about what service these parts costs come to. So we can drag them into columns. You can see immediately we're getting more and more information. The ability to navigate through this data that initially was in a fairly plain format, a table of information that we could summarize by row or summarize by column, has now been pulled out, and you can see the quality and the value of the data that you have there. Thank you for joining us in our Excel series. Tune in next time where we'll be covering more features, more functions, and more formulas. Thank you.